Hello, my lovelies. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I'm just going to sit here for a couple of seconds and make sure a couple of people come in. Sorry I am late. Facebook wanted to make me upside down, so I had to go through the process of setting up my live again. So we weren't upside down and we were exactly the correct way. Hello, Miss Cheryl, just making sure everything's working properly. Can you see, hello, Miss Candy, can you see my hostess code? Yes, you can. Awesome, I've set that up right. Hello, Miss Donna, how are you? I'm just removing some adhesive off my workspace. I kind of lost my adhesive thing. Hey, Jody. Happy New Week. I hope everyone is well. Hey, Miss Bonnie. So I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. I spent, awesome, thank you, Cheryl. I spent the weekend designing my March class. So I'm 2 cards down. Bonus card is already made because Facebook ate a video, and I'm going to refilm that video as the bonus card for my March class. Hello, hey Shelley, hey Delinda, hey Beryl, thank you all for joining. But today I'm focusing on my February class, and I have a whole lot of use it up bits. Yeah, long time. Exactly, Shelley. It has been a long time. I've got my use it up bits left over from class that I thought I could make, not the same cards that I made in class, but similar cards using the two-tone Flora. So for anyone who doesn't know who I am, my name is Woodbridge, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Hey Delinda, would you be able to, or would one of you kind girls be able to share this video to the person who was asking about it, just so they can find us? Hey Peggy, how are you? I thank you immensely for doing that and being my amazing admin girls. So this class that I did in February, it is still available. So you can, for $10, 10 Australian dollars, you can get 4 video tutorials and a project sheet which tells you dimensions of everything that I have used, and it also gives you a supply list, and you get the video tutorials. Sandy is here. Thank you, girls. Thank you. Hey Sandy. So yes, that is $10. I do have a link in the description for this video for my February class. I know quite a few of you girls have already purchased the class and are enjoying it, which is lovely, but I can't handle this many use it up bits. So I don't know how many cards we're going to make. I do have some pre-stamped things, but I also have some blank die cuts that I thought we could have a go, because I'm normally stamp then die cut. I normally don't die cut then stamp. So we could try to stamp some of these flowers if I need extras today. Hey Sandy, hey everyone, thank you so much for joining. What else did I need to tell you? I've told you March class is coming. That'll be going up in the next couple of days. So you'll have for the classes, you have 3 ways to play. You can play in person if you're in Australia. Also, if you're in Australia, you can get class at home. I can send you all the bits. for the class, and you can make it along with my video tutorials, Hey Renee, or you can purchase the video tutorials and project sheet. So they're the three ways I am running my classes at the moment. I started last month doing a few new things, and I've got wonderful feedback, which is great to hear. Hey Corinne, have you guys checked out our online exclusives? So they're available on my online store. We have a couple of bundles. We have a cute rhino. He is cute. He is cute. We have a cute rhino. We have some decorative borders dies, which are really, really nice. We have some circle punches that are returning, and I do know that in the US market, so one of the circle punches is already sold out, but in Australia we have the 2-inch and 1 3/4 available. Hey Sheila, and I went to my shed in the backyard and I went shopping in my retired stash and found my 2 circle punches, because that's something I would never sell because they're so usable. They're great for mass production. If and when I get a big order to make something, using the punches is great, but I like the detail of the dies, so I'm a bit of both worlds. So I was telling you about the rhino. We have a really nice tropical leaf stamp set with a matching punch, which is nice. So it's like that Monstera, the Monstera leaf, which is really, really usable. And we have Growth Takes Time, which has some beautiful sentiments. And I was with my upline on Saturday planning her team retreat, which I am shopping in my shed, Sandy. That's right, that's where all my retired things live, because there aren't enough hours in the day at the moment for me to sell those products. So I went shopping in my shed. So it was good. It was good. And be patient. Your time will come. Be gentle with yourself. Growth takes time. And these are things my upline said. And I said, you need to get that stamp set, because they're things she says to us when we're feeling a little frustrated with certain things in our business. So, yeah. Yes, Corinne. I've got it up here now, and they would be great with the desert, the delicate desert. I think that's what it's called, the delicate desert paper. The trees would be great. They're acacia trees, so the ones that giraffes eat because they're tall enough. But yeah, the dies are nice. The dies are nice. So if you haven't checked out the online exclusive, all you need to look online. There is no brochure or flyer for it. Some of the products they'll keep stock and they will replenish stock. Some items won't, and they're not telling us which ones. So if it says returning soon, they are waiting for an order. But if it doesn't, and it's disappeared, it's sold out, and we will be getting some new things in a couple of months. So it's nice that we're getting some refresh products in between our mini catalogues and our annual catalogues, which is really nice. I like this idea, and we may, please excuse my froggy throat. I had the hiccups just before I went live, and now I've got a froggy throat. I may be using some of these new products, if not today, in Thursday's video, because I've got the naturally gilded paper. I've got the embossing folders, which I used last week. I did use the embossing folders, and I have the Hello Irresistible paper and embellishments. So I've got a little bit, and I do want to share you, but let's flip around and play with my class leftovers and see what cards we can make. Now, I have put some sneak peek photos up over the last couple of weeks of my class, but go to that link and you will definitely be able to have a look. Hello, Miss Lorraine. How are you? Now, let's do this. Oh, that works a little better, maybe. Sorry, just still wrangling with my broken stand here. Okay, did everyone get their crafting happening on the weekend? I hope you did. I was a little, just pop this back, pop this way. Okay, let's see. I think we're a little crooked, but that can be changed. Actually, I don't think I'm crooked at all. I think I'm right on. So let's go back to Facebook and check. That is looking pretty good. I think we're going to leave that there. I'll turn off our overhead light and be right back. Hey, Amanda. Okay. So, light off. Otherwise, I will cast horrible, horrible shadows, which no one really, really wants to see. I know, and I'm still going to be a little picky with myself. But anyway, these things happen. Thank you. I'm not perfect all the time, but I try. So, the main stamp set that I used was two-tone Flora. I am going to get out a couple of dishes here. Hello, Miss Lisa. How are you? Don't know where the other dish is. Oh, because I'm using it for something else. I'm just going to get a couple of dishes out here and do a little bit of sorting. So, as I said, we do have pre-stamped bits out of here, and I'm going to put all my pre-stamped flowers in here. Oh, pre-stamped. There is quite a bit, which is good. That's a pre-stamped one. That is a blank. That's okay. Blank ones aren't bad, and blank ones I can also stick to the back of another flower, and it builds it up without using a dimensional. Look at all of these. Oh my god, I have so many soft succulent ones. I think I know why. Oh, I need to stamp that one. So that's one thing we can do almost straight away. Oh, I have some sentiments, which is great. Happy birthday and congratulations. And a belated birthday, which is good. Another die cut. We have, two thank yous in two different colours. You can tell I was definitely playing with what I was going to be using. And by the looks of it, I do have lots of those little two-leaf leaves, which always add beautiful dimension to projects. But flick off, please. Thank you. That's a blank. That's a blank. That one can go in there. I know what my first port of call is to show you exactly. Stamped. Some of them are in different colours because when I design a class...
I didn't get that.
No, because you weren't meant to be listening. When I design a class, I'll often try a colour or two before I decide. I do have some of my jigs here. I've got our dry brush metallic paper. I've also got some fancy Flora paper, and right, another leaf and a blank. Okay, so I've got my soft on. I have used these pieces as masks. I do also have a plain white piece, and I know these pieces, they may come out, so I'll have to see. I've got my jigs in case I want to use them, but I think I can go freehand, and I have a couple of these layering pieces for those white pieces that are in there. So I'll just put my jigs to the side, and let me show you, to start with, So I know I'm just going in for sticking and plonking. I know they're gorgeous bits and bobs, Delinda. I had so much fun designing this class, and I have so many other ideas. So this is the flower, and I want this piece. So normally I do stamp my detail first, but today we're going to stamp the outline and then pop the detail over the top. So how I line it up is I use these stamens in the middle. Now I've already popped on Stamped Off Soft Succulent. Now if this totally doesn't line up perfectly, it doesn't matter, because a flower in real life is not perfect. I have some stunning roses because Mum's gone away for a few days to visit my aunt and uncle, and I have some of her roses sitting on my dining room table, and I can tell you they are not perfect, but they are stunning. Okay, I'm thinking I've got this pretty close to right. Not too bad, not perfect, not too bad. It's stamped, which is awesome. Now I need my chamois. My chamois had another wash through the machine and it came out perfect. So it was getting, even though I am using demineralized water, it did get a little smooth, and I just popped it in the washing machine with my towels and it came out lovely. It's just a little dehydrated at the moment, so spray some of my distilled or demineralized water on it, except when you get the overspray. Okay, so let me think. I think I want to make like this gorgeous flower garden, and actually I do have some other pieces. These were rejects as part of my card designing, and I think they're already card fronts actually. So these were made using the beautiful fancy Flora die. Let me grab them out and see if I can show you. I'm not going to sing. I shouldn't have just done that. Pierced everyone's ears. Oh, where are they? A long way back. I can tell I've been going through my dies recently. Okay, oh, that die isn't even in the plastic. So these are the two-tone Flora dies that coordinate with the stamp set, all available in my online store. And I cut this one out of just basic, thick, basic white paper. And you can see here, I then went in with my blending brush. So I've used Fresh Freesia, and I also used Balmy Blue. Now, if you are in love with our current in colours that are leaving us, which is Polish Pink, Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia, Soft Succulent, and Evening Evergreen, these, as far as we know, as far as the information we know, are retiring. So if you have your ink pads but don't have your re-inkers, you need to go now and order them. The Fresh Freesia re-inker in Australia has already sold out, but you can still get the other four, which will make your ink pads last forever. Okay, now just going to play with these two to start off with, because I've got quite a few of the same colour. I'm just like dividing them up and I'll see what I can come up with. So that's Pool Party. oops, that's daffodil. That is Calypso Coral. So we'll see what we come out with. Another Balmy Blue. They're all going to look a little different. Okay, and then we've got these ones. So I've got 3 on this one, which is fine because we've actually got the fresh freesia in the background. So I'm quite happy with that. Maybe add in some of our leafiness, because leafiness is a word. Now, I'm thinking, do I need some vellum here? Or do those flowers just plonked like that look okay? So I don't think I want to add another one, but I do have enough here to play with another card. Thinking some ribbon, because our Australian A4 cardstock is a bit longer than yours. So this is a full piece of our card front, and you can see we have, how much? Have about a centimetre and a bit extra. So ours are just a little bit longer. Vellum, of course, Charmaine. No vellum, says Bonnie. With my croakiness, Bells of Ireland are why a green flower? Why the green flower? Who asked that? I just wanted soft succulent to go with one of the original cards. I don't know of any green flowers, but it worked. I know all the colours, Delinda, all the colours. Sorry, just going back here while... Yeah, creative license, Delinda. I like that. Not common, but they do exist. Oh, yes. Did someone say a hydrangea? Yes. Yes, they do. I've seen green hydrangeas. But it just works because it's a nice neutral. So even when, because I haven't popped one on here yet, but when you pop it into that color mix, it looks good. I know, medium piece of vellum, Corinne. Okay, now my vellum scraps are over here because I have been, as I said earlier, I have been designing my class, and I know I have a great sized piece. Are these the same width? Yes, they are the same width, but thinking that side, that width piece may just give us a nice jumping off point for this card. Causing trouble? I'm sorry, I don't know the person that you're talking about that causes trouble. So I can reuse this piece. As you can see, I've used various colors on it, but I could also use it on a card. It's very pretty as it is, but I'm not doing masking today. I am assembling and playing with what I have. And then maybe on Thursday I will stamp some of those bits and we will go from there. Okay, so I'm just cutting it a little smaller. Okay, so if I slide this piece under, so I've still got plenty of that vellum, the foil, but I do have a bit of an anchor point for my flowers and leaves. So just looking, this is kind of looking a little bit like my bonus card, but that's okay. Just keeping it linear, really. And then this one. Even though we've got even numbers of flowers, by the time I add in the greenery, I think will look good. Now, I'm liking that actually. I'm very tempted to kind of get a piece of press and seal, which I don't actually use often. So bear with me while I grab it. Okay, so because I like the way that is sitting, I think it looks very nice, shows off all the bits I would like it to. I am going to, do I have a piece of press and seal in here already? Haha, I do. Is it still sticky though? Yes it is, because the sticky sides are stuck together. So, no, that piece is not sticky. God knows the last time I used it. Is this piece sticky? We'll find out. Yes, it is sticky. It didn't feel sticky, but it is. Okay, now I'm very carefully going to take off this piece. Perfect. Now, I've just got to work out which pieces I want dimensionaled and which pieces I want flat. So let me flip this over and let me look. Flat, 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 dimensional, dimensional, and I'll see about this one. So this is something I haven't shown you before because I just thought of using it. It does, doesn't it? But it doesn't take away, the vellum doesn't take away from the foil, because Charmaine has played with these, with the original cards, because she is part of my Wicked Woodies team, and she made the 3 class cards at our last team meeting. So she knows how this card was, or how the card with this paper originally looked. And it was quite a masculine card. We did use like one flower, and it was the soft succulent flower. And it looked like really good. But, so we said this, and I did want to put one of these here because this goes over, and then one on here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm actually probably going to use a glue dot, because we're going on to vellum. I don't like using wet glue on vellum because I find it makes it buckle. Hello, Miss Cindy Nielsen, how are you? Okay, right. I hope you guys aren't getting crazy weather over in the northern hemisphere, because we have had very crazy hot weather, because I think last week I said we were officially in autumn. But yesterday we had, what was it? Did I say it was 105 or something stupid like that yesterday? And we've got like 100 today. So silly, silly temperatures for autumn. And we have not had, at least yesterday when it was 42, we haven't had temperatures like that since like last year. We've had quite a mild summer. So my air conditioner is like cranking to just try and keep all of this at bay. Okay, so I have all my things glued and ready to go. So we are going to take back our piece of vellum and pop it down. Now I can see it. You may not be able to see it. Is there something coloured that I can quickly grab to show you where it is? Okay, I've just got a Tahitian tied card front here so you can see the vellum. Actually, that goes really nicely with that paper. Okay, so now I am going to try to line it up. Actually, it's easier said than done, to tell you the truth. Oh no, no. Okay, we're right. Just get my sticky fingers off them. Okay, I think we're good. Now, very carefully pull the press and seal off. Now, these are probably a bit lower than what I would like, but we do have all the greenery that we can use. And just as an FYI, I did lose a little bit of the foil on the press and seal, just so you know. Okay, pop that Tahitian tied to the side, and I've got this piece of greenery right here, which I think looks really nice up here, but which way do I want it? And I can kind of connect three flowers using this, and it goes beyond the vellum, which breaking the bounds of the vellum is quite visually pleasing. So I like that, and I'm going to grab my glue dots again, which I have lost 71 there today. See, that's quite warm for your time of year, because you're meant to be getting your winter storms and everything like that. Okay, so I'm just going to, actually, I'm going to take it out because I know where I want it to go, and I'm just going to add these. So you can see with my use it up bits, these cards come together quite easily, and I normally do have some use it up bits. It just happens that I'd already designed all these things to go together, and the colours for these come directly from the fancy Flora paper that goes with this suite. Okay, just like so. So that is that one. Now, if I was to use a sentiment, where would it go? Now, I didn't pre-think this. Now, I can trim this down a little bit, but I do kind of like the fact that this could be connected. I kind of like it up there, so we're going to go for it. One and two. So hopefully that gives me enough overage. Oh, I'm happy to help. Oh, it's supposed to rain. Yeah. Well, our temperatures are now on the way down, going down about like 4 degrees a day between now and next week. So I thank God we do have air conditioning. Okay, so this is going to put this down first, and then have the, I'm happy for it to go over this, and think I want it to go over a little bit more, but I do want it to go beyond the piece of vellum, just a little bit. So I've connected it with, now can you stick down? So I've connected it with the, because this is also much smaller than our, this is just a card front, so I'm more than happy for it to go over all the layers. Okay, I'm thinking some leaves down here. Oh, and this one's darker. I didn't stamp off on this piece, so I'm kind of thinking just kind of, no, not quite right. Not quite right. That's a little better. But do I want it coming out from in there? That looks better. Just coming out from in there. Okay. Glue dot. I will put the glue dot on the back of the leaves. And then I will use my scissors as the lever. So just get it from this side so the scissors don't get caught. So I can just slide that in like that. I think I'm happy with that actually. So I've got 1, 2, 3 hits of green, which, or the soft succulent, so that's very stamped off. That's stamped off, and this is not as stamped off. I actually think I'm going to leave that there, but I did use in the class Winker's Stella, and I think we're going to need it, and we're also going to need some shiny embellishments. But what colour am I going to mat this on? We've got lots of choices. I'm thinking I'm going to go with Fresh Freesia first because I love that colour so much. I am really going to miss it if it doesn't come back in the colour refresh, because I did post a photo on the weekend. Part of my shopping in the shed was looking for some colours. No, I don't think this is quite going to work. No. I'm going to go with some Pool Party next and see how we go there. And I don't have a card front, but we can at least check the colour. Thank you, Jody. Yes, always needs bling. Oh, I'm so glad you were lucky. I know, Cindy, and the white highlights, they do beg for it. Actually, that is perfect. The Pool Party for the win, because it's not competing. It's just keeping that tone, and then we've got our pop colours going. Right. So, trimmer. And I'm going to make a side folding landscape card. So I want to score here and then cut lengthways. And so I prefer side folding cards, unless of course I'm using ribbon, and then that sometimes doesn't work. I'm just thinking, could we use some ribbon here? Could we use some of our crinkle cut seam binding ribbon? Because we have used some white. Okay, now foil. Cannot use wet glue on foil because you see the wet glue through. So I'm going to bring in our Stampin' seal. Oh, perfect. So this is soft succulent in the brushed dry brushed foil specialty paper. And we've also got some rose gold foil in there as well, which is a bit special. So we could go with some champagne rhinestones. They would look really nice. Or, stuck to my finger, or we could use iridescent rhinestones. So I will let you guys have a bit of a vote on that while I try to get this straight, which it isn't. Soft succulent would have worked as well. I thought we had enough green. It's coming up. I'm just being slow and steady. Okay. I did rip it a teensy tiny bit, but it's not too bad at all. Okay, it's not perfect, it's going down and it's fine. Just wink, no bling. Oh yes, the butterflies, Cindy, that'd work, and I did use the butterflies in my class. Now, because I have so much coverage on this vellum, I can also just use my Stampin' seal on the vellum, and I will grab my butterflies because I think they're shiny, but they're not sparkly. So, and a bit on here, and I think we are glued quite enough. Okay, and I am very tempted to trim this card down just a little bit, but I won't. That's crooked. Very crooked. And I did pull up some of the foil, but it really truly doesn't make that much of a difference. Oh my god, I am having issues today with popping stuff down straight. Okay, that's better. Now, if you were, do you know these metallic ones, our brushed metallic ones would look nice. Are these no, they're not my brush brass butterflies. I can say it now because I've said it so much recently. I can do, oh, see, these ones would look pretty because these are the ones that go with the sweet. But if we're adding the bling, the Wink Stella, do we need a whole lot more bling? See, the classic matte dots would be nice in the basic grey because that's what I stamped the sentiment with. Oh dear, I just had them and I threw them back. Dear, dearie me. Right. Definitely have a gluey finger. Okay, let's grab out this sheet because I have a few to use. And we're just going to scatter them around. And they don't need to be going in the same direction because butterflies flutter everywhere, including sticking to my finger. So I'm liking the idea of popping one there on a flower and on the sentiment. Come on. Okay. So here again, I'm just going, well, didn't go exactly where I wanted it to, and that is okay. So maybe up here, and then I need one more because I've used 4. I can't do the odd number thing, and I am going to use a little one, and probably up here. No, I'm just going to go down here. Well, that one fell not quite where I wanted it. It even jumps. They have a mind of their own sometimes. Okay, so that finishes card number 1. So dry brush metallic paper, two-tone Flora stamp set and dies, and this sentiment comes from the also matching Something Fancy stamp set. So lots of great sentiments in there. How am I going for time? Let's go on to a second card. Now, I really want to use this Fresh Freesia piece, and I'm thinking I do want a piece of ribbon for here, and I'm going to use it first. So in this suite of products, we do have this Pool Party, and that covers up my over blending with the blending brush and just finishes that edge perfectly. So I think we're going to start there. I know, oh, sorry. Ah, I did. We read our minds, Cindy, because I did put one there. Hey, Brenton, how are you? Okay, so I think I want to do a bow or a knot. I can't decide. A bow or a knot while I get going here. See how quick you guys can be with your answers. Okay, so I'll make sure everything is flat and that I get a flat knot to start off with. And bow. Okay, Corinne, that means I need my reverse tweezers. So we do have the Stampin' Up-ons, but they are not in my arm's reach. So I'm going to use the ones I'm a little more familiar with because I have used them for eons. Okay. Nice tight knot. Open up my reverse tweezers, clamp that. So now I have fingers to do my nice flat bow. So tuck that under. Don't lose that other loop. Come on. No, try again. Start again. It was looking so promising too, but there's never any harm in starting your bow or knot again. Okay. Come on, please. It's because I've got the tiniest bit of adhesive stuck on my finger. Just let me rub it off and see. Hello, Alicia. How are you? Okay, right. Third time lucky. Hold this around with this. Now I am clamping these with my fingers as I go. So I'm going to do quite a loose pull here. And I'm going to keep everything clamped as well. So I'm not going to undo that, and I'm not really tightening this bow a whole lot yet. Okay, so now I've got that nicely done. I'm going to remove my tweezers because we are not going to lose any of the tension now. So now I just pull it in and out until I get my desired size. And do you know what? I think if I just pull this one in a little bit, that's exactly what I want. And I just want this puffed out a bit. It's not really puffing like I want it. There we go. So I have that. And it's just, I've been tying bows for years and years and years, even with my hands, and people go, how do you get it so lovely? It's called practice. Okay, that is the only piece I am throwing away, which is why I like tying things off the roll. So that is that done. I'm liking that. I'm not committing to where that bow is. Portrait or landscape? Portrait. Portrait? Although the flowers are all upside down if I do it like this. So I think it's going to have to be landscape, because then at least this big flower is up the right way. Okay, now, where did I put those other flowers? Are they over here? Because I had these two. Was there another? I swear there was another. Don't tell me I used it on that other card. Oh, no, they're over here. I've got them over here. This, and I had, this is soft succulent greenery. And I have, whoops, making a right royal mess. I do have those two thank yous here. So I think the fresh freesia one might be too much. I think this, I didn't forget your birthday, is way too big. I do wonder if this pool party one may be just perfect. Now, I haven't forgotten I need to wing Costella that. I'll wing Costella everything at the end. What are we thinking? Kind of want the blue on the top, the balmy blue. Yeah. What do we think of that? Just doing clusters. See what... Ah, yes, it's a very good hack, Lisa, but the tweezers have to be reverse tweezers. Landscape. Okay, Brenton, thank you. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. I'm glad you like the cards. Okay, I'm getting love on this, so I'm thinking flat, flat, dimension, dimension. So, because we're just using paper here, I can just use a couple of dots of wet glue, and that one went about there. So precise. Where are my scissors? My little pair of scissors. Whoever took them, please. Oh, they're right in front of my face. Oh my dear word. No one saw that. Now this sentiment die cut is from the Something Fancy dies, which actually goes with these sentiments. So, oops, I didn't put that in the bin. I put that in my dish of die cuts. Yes, we may laugh at Ellen. Okay, so I've got this one. Do want to pop a couple of dimensionals on this, and then I can place my final flower. I keep on going to put it in the white dish because that used to be my rubbish once upon a time. Okay, and this one over here. Now, are we going to use butterflies on this, or are we going to go with a different embellishment? I'm easy either way, but because maybe this is a bit pinker, I am kind of thinking that some iridescent rhinestones might just be the ticket for these ones. Maybe just out here. No. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to show you a hack that we can just put a spot of glue where this leaf is going to be, and then I can just pop the leaf on it, slide it into place, and I don't get gluey hands at all. And this edge is just tilting down a little bit, and I want to add an extra dimensional. So just going to take, please excuse my family in the background if you heard someone burping. How uncouth. Wish this had come off. There we go. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, I'm just going to lift this area up just here and slide that under. There you go. That's a bit more even now. Happy with that. Now, I've got to make some decisions like here. Oh, I actually don't mind that, because I like that we're keeping this corner open. Right, happy, happy, happy. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just pop a few little dots of glue here. And I do just want to lift up this flower a little bit, so I'll just leave my scissors in there and just, oops, down a bit too far, but just pop that like that in there. Now, gems, okay. Brenton, I have not used the dragonfly trinkets. You win. Thank you for making me use them. Yes, let's use the dragonfly trinkets, guys. Oh dear, oh dearie me. So, I need glue dots, and they need to be rolled up glue dots for these, but I'm assuming 2 will be enough. Like that. 1 may be enough. And I can still use the rhinestones. So a dragonfly trinket and the rhinestones, I think, are the ticket. Brenton, you're a genius, because I keep on forgetting about these. So, got the glue dot, and I'm going to, like, squish it up. Now, because I'm not doing this on my finger or anything, it's not losing its stick. And I am actually making it fairly small. Now, I am now going to pop this on its head, turn my card upside down, pop this, oh come on, just let me tuck that little bit right there, squish it down. You can see a little bit of that glue, but I am okay with that. Now, lid on, you get heaps of these in the pack. Does it tell me how many? You get 20 dragonfly trinkets, which I think is awesome. I'm going to use a Fresh Freesia opal rounds. I'm going to go really different, and I'm just going to use them. Just using them. Hello, Bobby. How are you? Oh my God, you're on to your second lot. I know, I just keep on forgetting to use them, Brenton. Okay. Now, I'm thinking these Fresh Freesia ones will just bring the Fresh Freesia onto the top of our flowers, because we've got it in the background. And yeah, I can finish these off. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and I'm thinking tucking the last one just under here. That's second card done, guys. I'm rather impressed with us. Just going to pop all these embellishments in here. I am very tempted to do another card. I very, very much am. Because I do have this piece that I just need to get some pieces out of, because these are ones I pre-die cut and put in everyone's kits. So just popping all the extra bits out. You can only imagine what my floor looked like. I think I had to cut like 15 of these. I was trying to be neat, but I did drop a whole load of them on the floor quite a few times. I was very, very frustrated with myself. Now, just got to see, as I said, I wasn't convinced that all of these popped out perfectly. So we shall see. Oh, see, this one doesn't really want to come. So I do have an idea for this, and what I'm actually thinking of doing, I don't know how it's going to work, because I can basically cover that one up, is just making a feature of these flowers that I have left. Down one side, please excuse me. Now I can add some twine. I still do have one left, but that'd look really, really weird if I added that. And what I could do is add a little congratulations. Now I am definitely thinking going white on white, and I am kind of thinking of trimming this piece off. So tell me what you're thinking of where I'm going so far. Thick basic white. Now I definitely want a portrait. So I've done 2 landscape cards. I get a roll on landscape cards sometimes. They just speak to me. So this could be a lovely kind of engagement or wedding card, because we're looking at that gorgeous sorry, I'm half listening to what's going on in the rest of the house, because we've got that gorgeous colour. I could also add some soft succulent ribbon or some twine. So I do have the soft succulent ribbon. Oh, it looks great so far, thank you. I think I have to trim off this bottom piece though, because it's kind of killing me at the moment. So I will scoot all of this off. We can cover that piece that isn't working and I just miss die cut. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Right. Now, if I was smart, and this is what I did, because this piece was a mask piece, but with the other pieces that I did stick down, I did use adhesive sheet. So it was a full sticker, but we do not have the grace of adhesive sheet today. So we are going to do lots of little dots. Now this piece is perfectly the width of our card, so it is going to be a little short. I should be doing this on my silicone mat. I'm just going to bring that in because I'm kind of playing with getting it wrong. And there we go, we can actually see what we're doing a little better rather than focusing on the white on white. Okay, so grab a couple of these internal bits, the thicker bits, in here, and I think we should be okay-ish. So I've got a couple of bits down there, a couple of bits along the top. I think we'll be okay, and I will use a big block to sandwich it. So now I can see a couple of extra bits as well, which I shall endeavour to poke out. Yeah, they are fine. Now, side folding, that's fine. Just got to work out, kind of doing it, trying to do even top and bottom. Not quite worked out that way, but that is fine. So we're going to get a faux embossed look by doing this. So just putting one of these on, and I can continue designing because we can see through this block. So this one is going to go there, and I definitely want to put this piece on dimensionals. So my green flower haters, please tell me you do not love this, because just keeping those colours together and not making it so uber colourful is it's quite serene, quite classy, because soft succulent is such a classy colour. So I like that. Some of these aren't perfectly die cut, and that's okay. This one I'm going to put on dimensional, so I'm going to go dimensional, no dimensional, flat. So dimensional, flat, dimensional, flat. So it gives it a little bit of interest with exactly the same flowers. And I've also got my soft succulent gems here as well, the opal rounds that I can use, because I don't think the embellishments will carry over, so might as well use them up. And that will keep it super classy. Some pearls that look nice with this as well. And then I'm just going to decide if we would like to use our if we'd like to use our ribbon. So if you have any ideas for the ribbon, please pop them in the chat while I am sticking these down. So we can say now what piece that was. Actually, I may need that further up, but that's okay. And then I'm okay. So my miss die cutting there doesn't actually make so much of a difference when the background is white. Hello, Margine. Perfect trimming. Thank you, Brenton. I'd actually made them perfect to a card front size. So with that extra overage as such, I had purposely meant for this piece to be the size of a card front, so then when everyone was using their mask, it was sitting perfectly, and they shouldn't have got it everywhere as such. Okay, some glue on this one. Add the congratulations. I do want to add some leaves here. So that covers that big one there at the bottom perfectly. I've got roughly the same top and bottom here. And I'm thinking the congratulations going just across there. And let me grab some of our leaves. Have I only got 2 left? Because this is the wrong colour. Just let me have a look. Now I have 2 sentiments to use for our Thursday video. And this is like shaded spruce, so that's totally the wrong colour. Not going to work. Hello, Myrtle, how are you? Now, are we going to try to use some ribbon? This is the question. Don't mind that there. So just a little dot there. That's probably a bit too much. Now just lift this piece up with my scissors, and I can even use this just to slide in. And I'm very, very tempted just to put the other one up under on this side. That will look really nice. And even if it's covered by the sentiment, that is okay. So just lift it a little with the scissors. There we go. And I've got it roughly in the right way that I would like it to sit in. And yes, that just a little bit further under, I think. Okay, that will do. So that bottom one is nicely planted. Actually, I don't think it really needs any ribbon. No. I think if I add it, it'll overwhelm the simplicity. Like it with just a little bling. Okay, cool. Thank you, Myrtle. I'll have to show you. Hang on. Take this silicone mat away. Yeah. Sometimes simplicity is best. So we've just used one colour, which is our soft succulent. We've kind of gone from really colourful on the first one, and we've kind of gone less and less colour as we've gone along, which is fine. Okay. T-square ruler. Now don't forget, all these pieces are leftover pieces from a class, and I do have that tutorial, 4 video tutorials and project sheets. I do have those available. They are in, or the link to them is in my description, and it's just $10 Australian, and you can you pay and I'll email them to you. Just give me a bit of grace if you do it while I'm asleep. I will get them to you the next morning. It's all good, you will get them. Now before I stab myself with that end, I'm going to cap that up because we've all been there. Now, these are our soft succulent opal rounds. So, one there. I think that is so looking not straight, but I shall deal with that in just a second. I do want to grab my T-square ruler again, and no, it's straight. Oh, do you know what it is? A congratulations isn't quite stamped straight. That's the problem. Okay, now we're going to have fun with Wink Stella on all of our cards, and just to make everything shine. So, whoa, 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 whoa. This is not the one I want, because everyone saw what just happened then. That leaked, which isn't a bad thing. I've just got Wink Stella all over me. Okay, so I just go in here, all the pieces that have the highlight spot, so all of these white parts. Now I find it very hard to show Wink Stella. It is definitely a real life kind of thing. I hope you've enjoyed me showing you these cards, and it's given you some inspiration. As I said, anyone globally can access my class. You do not need all my tutorial now. You do not need to be in the same country as me. I'm just going to grab some paper towel just to mop up that Wink Stella. I'm forever going to twinkle on here until I change the mat to twinkly spots. Just bling, no ribbon. Okay, yeah, I thought, yeah, the ribbon, I couldn't see where to get it. Hello, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm glad you like the soft succulent, and I did convince everyone that it works, because we don't have to do the same colour that's in nature. We can do whatever we would like because they're our cards. But always remember, if you don't love one of your cards, you're not keeping these cards. Hopefully they are going in the mail to someone you love, and I'm sure they will love them. So don't be so hard on yourself. We are all our worst critic, but just go, it's a made card, and acknowledge that the person that you're going to give it to won't know the struggles you went through to make it. And they will go, wow, so-and-so thought to give me this card. I feel so special. So that's my hope anyway, when I send out my birthday cards. I didn't do that one, I don't think. Where am I up to? This one. And I do actually have some purple roses at the moment. Mum bought them down as buds, 2 purple roses, and every time I walk into the kitchen, I can smell the roses from the dining room table. It's gorgeous. I'm so glad she went away and I'm getting to enjoy her roses. She quite often does give me flowers when her... Oh, I don't think I'm getting much out of here now. Let me just give this a touch of a squeeze. Ah, there we go. That looked like a big squeeze, but I haven't got the strength in my hands, so a big squeeze for me is actually quite a little squeeze. Okay, I think I haven't squeezed this in about 20 cards, so it's all good. Okay, we've winked. We've used some different embellishments. Where's the lid to this? Okay, that concludes our adventure. Let's have a closer look at everything here. Okay, so where is that die set that I grabbed? So we have used, well, I kind of used the two-tone Flora at the starter class. The sentiments that we used come from Something Fancy. We did use this die and the flower dies to cut out the flowers. Now that was done previously because this is a use it up box, so I have definitely had these all done. We used the brushed brass butterflies. We also used the in colour opal rounds, and thank you to Brenton, we used the dragonfly trinkets and the Winker Stella. I will show you these cards close up in just a second. And the other ribbon we used was the Pool Party Grosgrain ribbon. So the Pool Party Grosgrain. So this was the first card, and this is using the dry brush metallic paper. We used a bit of vellum, we placed all these out, and we used some press and seal. So that is our first card with the brushed brass butterflies. Our second card, I had used this two-tone Flora die cut as a mask and went over with blending brushes, and then we arranged the pre-stamped bits. We added the ribbon bow. I gave a couple of tips to keep our attention for that. And the last one, very, very simple one tone colour, which is soft succulent with a touch of basic grey, and all the sentiments, as I said, come from the Something Fancy, and this die comes from the Something Fancy dies. So thank you so very much for joining me today. I will be back. I am going to attempt to stamp all my blank flowers on my Thursday video and continue to use up all my bits. If you have any questions with the new annual catalogue, Elizabeth, so yes, not yet, but with the new annual catalogue, Pretty Peacock will be released. So I hope you all have an amazing couple of days, and if you have any questions about my tutorials, please ask. As I said, I've got the link in the video description for this video. This almost looks black and white on my screen, but it looks great. I can't believe how well that one turned out. I will see you on Thursday on my YouTube video. Keep a lookout on this page earlier on Thursday, and I will give you the direct link to that video, so that'll be 12 noon on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.